Dubois, especially with the last couple of wins that he's had and the knockout against Anthony Joshua, his confidence is going to be there. He's going to start believing. He's younger, he's fresher, he's going to have a lot more to give and show.
Amir Khan has stirred the pot ahead of the Alexander Usyk versus Daniel Dubois rematch by suggesting it could actually turn out to be an easy night for Usyk.
It's a good fight now, you know why? Because when he fought the first time, he really wasn't a name when he fought Usyk, and it's caught with that body shot. He knows he can hurt him. He thinks it was a legit body shot that put him down, but it got counted as, you know, giving him time. It was a low shot, but at the same time, I think Dubois now is a different fighter to what he was the first fight. So now I
agree.
I think he'll give it big. But then again, Carl, you know, fighters like that who might have more confidence and they'll go into that fight against someone like Usyk and saying, you know what, I'm going to do this more now. I'm going to try this more. I'm more confident. I'm more of a better fighter.
As the heavyweight showdown on July 19th at Wembley Stadium draws closer, the buzz around the rematch continues to grow. It's not just the fighters gearing up for a historic battle. The boxing world is lit with opinions from legends, former champions, and those who've shared the ring with both men. With the undisputed heavyweight championship at stake, this isn't just another title bout. It's a clash that could shape boxing history for years to come.
I don't think about these people because it's just talking. Listen, I long time go to my God. Boxing gets pieces my life. A lot of people say, hey, listen, you not take belt heavyweight, you not take belt 4 belt cruiserweight. You know what I say? We'll see. We'll see. For me, it doesn't matter. It's my road. Just my road. Blah, 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 blah. It's just a lot of people. Yeah. Left seat.
Amir Khan, known for his blunt honesty, broke down what could make this rematch play out very differently than expected. He pointed out that although Dubois has improved since their last meeting, his added confidence could be his downfall. Khan believes that in their first bout, Dubois was cautious and perhaps a bit unsure, but that hesitancy may have actually kept him in the fight longer. Now, with back-to-back wins, including a knockout of Anthony Joshua, Dubois enters this rematch with swagger, but that newfound belief, Khan warns, could make him overconfident. If he opens up too much or gets reckless, Usyk might take full advantage and finish things more efficiently than before.
Maybe when he was fighting him the first time, he was careful. He was smarter. He knew, he was very cagey, thinking, I don't know what I'm going to expect. I'm fighting the best ever, you know what I mean? In Usyk, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. But now, because he might be overconfident or he might think, I've got his number, I know how to beat him, and he opens up a little bit more, he'll end up getting caught more, he might get hurt more. Might be an easier fight for Usyk.
The first fight between the two, which took place in August 2023, saw a controversial moment in the 5th round when Dubois landed a body shot that dropped Usyk. The shot was ruled low by the referee, giving Usyk time to recover. He did just that and went on to stop Dubois in the 9th round. Despite the outcome, many fans and experts saw that 5th round sequence as a sign that Dubois could hurt Usyk, something very few have done. That moment has fueled the anticipation for the rematch, with many wondering whether Dubois can land that same shot legally and finish the job this time.
I've been punched in the stomach by sparring partners and I've been kicked in the groin by ex-girlfriends. When you got hit around that area, what did it feel like?
Це було боляче, it was pain.
The pain that makes you sick in the groin or the pain that makes you gasp in the belly?
You know, like a punch and like a seat and like a up, down, up, down.
Yeah, but it was a body shot. It was a body shot.
Okay, bro.
That was clear.
It was in the past. Okay. Body shot. Body shot.
Yep.
Bro, what is body shot?
Body shot, man.
Like a body shot.
I'll
body
show
shot.
you again.
Body shot. It's
I'll
like
show you
this.
again.
It's not this.
That wasn't there. You didn't go like that.
Listen, my friend.
I think one thing
What's going on? This body shot. This body shot. It's not. It's not only one punch. It's not only one. You punch every time. I don't know who you talk to. Punch like bow from Usyk. Listen, you boxer. You're not fighter MMA. You boxer, Daniel, world champion. Hey, guy.
Come on.
Smile.
Come on.
And the point
on.
is, that groin protector, like the groin protector, if you push that and hit that, it all moves. So you don't have to punch right on it to pressure it.
Yeah, bro. Now is like a story.
Yeah.
It was in the past.
Yeah.
We have now new fight. We have today, present.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Future, I don't know. In the past, today.
Among those backing Dubois is Prince Nassim Hamed, who feels Dubois is the only man who has truly troubled Usyk so far. In his view, Dubois not only hurt the Ukrainian champion, but made him second-guess himself for the first time in his career. Hamed believes that if Dubois can bring that same intensity, and this time keep it within the rules, he might actually destroy Usyk in the rematch and bring the belts back to the UK.
Just very quickly, Fury, AJ next, you think both of them coming off losses? It's the fight we always wanted to see as domestic boxing fans.
Yeah, I suppose that fight is right there and everybody still wants to see it. But to be honest, we've still got Daniel Dubois and I was sat next to Daniel Dubois.
Triple D, baby.
Triple D, baby, all day, every day. Let me just tell you this. In my eyes, for me, he's the only one. Triple D is the only one, Daniel Dubois is the only one that's ever hurt Usyk and put him down on the floor, made him think. And he was down there for like 3-4 minutes. So who's to say that once he fights Usyk again, to go out there and absolutely destroy him and bring our belts back to our country like it's supposed to be.
However, Tony Bellew isn't buying into that narrative. A longtime supporter of Usyk, Bellew remains convinced that Usyk will come out on top again. He criticized Dubois hard in their first encounter, claiming that Dubois gave up in the 9th round when the pressure mounted. While Bellew acknowledged that Dubois has improved and is now more of a threat, he doesn't see the Briton being able to outthink or outlast Usyk. In Bellew's eyes, once the fight goes beyond the halfway point, Usyk's superior skill and stamina will once again make the difference.
He's shown that he can overcome difficult times in fights now, and I think the victory over Anthony Joshua is going to propel his confidence levels to an all-time high. So I think he's well in this fight. I think he's a super dangerous challenger, and he'll go into it with a lot of belief, but I believe that belief will get shrunk. As the rounds pass and as the shots start getting landed on him, the questions will be asked of him again. Alexander Usyk will be victorious. I'm going Usyk again, and I think by late stoppage, if not points.
Stoppage?
I think he can stop him. Yeah, I just think he figures it out. It's what his mindset and the frequency he's on is a different level to everybody else. It's like this guy's gone up against a 6'9" monster in Tyson Fury and figured them out.
Yeah.
This guy's gone up against one of the biggest punchers in boxing in Anthony Joshua and figured him out twice. He's already beaten Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois is a big, strong guy. Immense power. I give him all the credit in the world, and he's overcome many demons, but he hasn't shown us yet that he can get this job done over 12 rounds, and I just don't see him.
On the flip side, John Fury, father of Tyson Fury and a strong voice in the British boxing scene, believes Dubois is now perfectly placed to end Usyk's reign. For Fury, the key lies in Usyk's age and the toll taken by back-to-back battles with his son. Usyk, now 38, has gone through several taxing fights since moving up from cruiserweight, and Fury believes the punishment is starting to show. He insists that Dubois only needs one clean shot to flip the fight, and that the younger, stronger, and fresher fighter has the edge this time around.
Usyk was a lucky man. Timing was right for him. That's all I can say about that. What's done's done, but let me tell you, good luck to Alexander Usyk. You know, he deserves to stay champion for a long time. But again, he's going to go on too long. And I just see now Daniel Dubois becoming a multi-belt champion soon. Because how many fights you got in you? You come up from cruiserweight to heavyweight. You got these big men banging away at you. He's only got to walk into one. And the bar's up for, and he's on a good win over Anthony Joshua. He had a good fight with the American Miller. You know, and at the end of the day, I just think it's a young man's game and anything can happen. But you could well see a new champion in Wembley soon.
Shannon Briggs, never one to hold back, kept his thoughts short but clear. He's backing Usyk all the way. For Briggs, Usyk's intelligence inside the ring, his technical consistency, and ability to adapt are what make him a cut above the rest. Even though his response was brief, it speaks to the respect many seasoned fighters still have for the Ukrainian champion.
Wow, long time. You're the champ. You're the champ. Let's go, champ.
Alexander Usyk's going to face Daniel Dubois in England and Wembley. Who do you think wins that one?
I like Usyk.
Derek Chisora, who's shared the ring with both men, brings a unique perspective. After taking Usyk the distance in 2020 and watching Dubois develop, Chisora is in a good position to judge. He didn't pick a winner outright, but made it clear that beating Usyk would take something extraordinary. Chisora believes the Ukrainian is still operating at an elite level and remains a master of focus and strategy. While he wished Dubois well, his comments hinted at confidence in Usyk's ability to maintain his grip on the heavyweight division.
Derek, in regards to yourself, are you going to just sit back and see what happens with Dubois and Usyk first?
Yes, because I want to sit down and watch it. So, give a shout to Daniel. Good luck anyway. You'll be fighting a guy who's very on point. So, I'll be watching.
Carl Froch offered perhaps the most balanced view. He sees the rematch as a much tighter contest than the first. Froch believes Dubois has made significant improvements and is coming into the fight with real momentum, especially after his wins over Filip Hrgovic and Anthony Joshua. While he acknowledges Usyk's ringcraft and vast experience, Froch also recognizes that age might be creeping up on him. Froch sees the fight as nearly even, giving Usyk only a slight edge, calling it a 55-45 matchup. It's a razor-thin margin that reflects how much Dubois has narrowed the gap since their first clash.
So, as I mentioned at the start, Amir, for the rematch for Alexander Usyk, Daniel Dubois, second time. The first time they fought, Dubois got stopped with a heavy, stiff-looking jab from the southpaw position, and people questioned his desire and heart for the game, saying that he kind of quit. He did get dropped with a right hand, and he did just stand up in time, like 9 seconds, and the referee waved it off. But he had a really good fight. He really did give Usyk something to think about. He hit him with that low blow. It was borderline. It wasn't straight in the crown jewels, but it was a low blow, and the referee declared it no knockdown. And a big fuss and song and dance was made about it being a low blow. Frank Warren made a big deal about it, and fair enough. Dubois put Usyk on the floor, and it was borderline. And you've probably seen everything. It was ruled a low blow, so it didn't go in Daniel Dubois' favour. Usyk got 4 or 5 minutes to recover, climbed off the floor, and then ended up stopping Daniel Dubois with a solid right hand. I think it was round 9. And won the fight, defended his titles. But this is the rematch, and Dubois is a different animal. He's a better fighter now. He's had some great wins against Gerald Miller, Hrgovic. He absolutely splattered Anthony Joshua. We've seen that fight, and he's now full of confidence. He's on the crest of a wave, and he's a guy now getting into the ring really, really solidly, believing in himself. He's like a new fighter. He's now IBF world champion. He's not beaten the champ to get the title.
Chris Eubank Jr. has publicly backed Dubois as well, though his support seems to stem more from personal reasons than tactical analysis. Eubank's endorsement appears influenced by a lingering grudge. After his controversial bout with Conor Benn, Usyk reportedly sided with Benn, something Eubank didn't forget. That past tension may have pushed him to support Dubois, aiming to see Usyk finally fall.
I saw something about Usyk saying that he thought Conor Benn won the fight. I don't know if this is true. I can't imagine that he watched that fight and thought that Conor Benn won, because it's just, I landed twice as many punches. But people are telling me it's true. If that's the truth, then I'm low-key rooting for Dubois.
Team Dubois, absolutely. Yeah.
Because that's crazy. That's really crazy to me. And I've met Usyk a bunch of times, and we've always been cool, so I was kind of shocked to see that.
Ricky Hatton also weighed in with a more psychological take on the fight. He thinks Dubois was still haunted by his previous loss to Joe Joyce when he faced Usyk the first time, which could have impacted his performance. According to Hatton, that mental baggage may have held him back. Now, with those demons seemingly behind him and confidence rebuilt through significant wins, Dubois might be mentally stronger. For Hatton, the key to this rematch isn't just about throwing punches. It's about whether Dubois truly believes he belongs at the top.
Daniel Dubois, what do you make of that fight, the rematch? I think it's the best fight. I think they're the best 2 heavyweights in the world. And there was a bit of controversy with the last time, which goes with the grain in boxing, done it a bit of controversy, but no, I think Daniel's got a better chance than he had the first time. Yeah, what with the win off Joshua, that his confidence is massively up. Well, when he fought Usyk last time, he come off the defeat from Joyce, and but now he's absolutely flying. He's got as good a chance. Better chance than he had the first.
Lennox Lewis, a highly respected former undisputed heavyweight champion, delivered a pointed critique regarding the first fight between Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois. Lewis questioned the referee's controversial decision to rule Dubois' knockdown of Usyk as a low blow, which gave Usyk crucial time to recover and eventually claim victory. From Lewis's viewpoint, this moment was pivotal and arguably should have favored Dubois. He also suggested that the incident exposed a potential vulnerability in Usyk's ability to withstand body shots, expressing confidence that Dubois has since learned valuable lessons from the experience. His comments reignited discussions about the officiating in that fight and intensified the build-up to the rematch.
I'm thinking he's ready. He's been through the trials and tribulations. He's the King Slayer, and he's got the power. He's been there before, so he was just there. He knocked the guy down, so he knows what he needs to do. So it would be great for him to do it. Another man do it for Great Britain. It's not an easy task, but he's definitely the man that can go through with it. He's done the work. He's gone through the pedigree, and he's a certified champion. So I think he has big hopes. So it's definitely his place. He's at home. He's focused. He's determined. This is his dream. So, there's nothing stopping him.
You were there that night in September last year when he took on Anthony Joshua in front of 96,000 people. Were you shocked by what you saw that night?
Not shocked. I knew Daniel had it in him. The fact that he had the confidence to go out there, even the ring walk, I could tell he's pretty solid going out there. And I was very happy for him when he won, because that shot came from right field and it met its target.
Fabio Wardley, one of Britain's most promising heavyweight prospects, offered a different angle based on his own sparring experience with both fighters. Wardley acknowledged the significant improvements Dubois has made recently, but maintained that Usyk's superior style and ring intelligence would likely remain decisive. He highlighted Usyk's exceptional footwork and ability to adapt as key reasons why the Ukrainian would continue to pose a formidable challenge, regardless of Dubois' progress.
It's still a fantastic fight regardless. Obviously, Dubois had a bit of growing since his first time out with Usyk. So, yeah, it still makes for a very intriguing fight, but I do think for the most part it's pretty much going to go the same way. Not to take anything away from Daniel and his progression over time, but ultimately I just think Usyk is a hard man to bet against at the moment.
Adding further tension to the narrative, heavyweight contender Martin Bakole made headlines by claiming he had stopped both Usyk and Dubois during sparring sessions. While sparring is far from an official match, Bakole's bold statements have certainly added fuel to the fire surrounding the upcoming fight. He dismissed Dubois' chances in the rematch, arguing that the Brit lacks the tactical savvy required to handle someone as elusive and skilled as Usyk. Whether Bakole's claims hold weight or not, his confidence and dismissive attitude have stirred the atmosphere even more.
I know why I'm saying that, because I learned box from my brother with Saxpo. Not only learn from that, but I know how to stop and cross the ring. But Daniel Dubois does. I was respecting the Usyk to get beat by Gypsy King, but I was surprised, shocked. He beat Gypsy King twice. And Joshua is good, it's a tough guy, but he doesn't know how to cross the ring. That's the reason why you see Usyk is schooling them. I think Daniel Dubois will never change. He'll just keep his style, but Usyk is more higher than him, and he's going to keep the same thing. Same stuff, just try to avoid that box shot.
Dave Allen, who has sparred with both competitors, offered a more balanced perspective. He admitted that Usyk's technical mastery had overwhelmed him during their time in the gym, but also praised Dubois' growth as a fighter. Allen observed that Dubois has transformed from a purely heavy-handed puncher into a more complete and disciplined boxer. From Allen's point of view, Dubois now possesses a well-rounded skill set, making him a much more dangerous and credible challenger than in their initial encounter.
I think Dubois will be in. That's my early prediction. I know a lot of people will obviously fancy Usyk, and rightfully so. And as much as I like Dubois and think he's getting better and all the rest of it, I'd like to see Usyk win. I think Usyk's a great fella and a great fighter, but I think Dubois will win.
Dillian Whyte presented a pragmatic assessment of both fighters' careers, noting that Dubois' past losses, especially to Joe Joyce and Usyk, revealed weaknesses when he faced pressure. Despite this, Whyte did not count Dubois out. He recognized the young heavyweight's resurgence and the importance of his recent victories against top-tier opponents. While acknowledging Usyk's occasional moments of vulnerability, Whyte emphasized that Dubois has a real opportunity to succeed if he can perform under pressure and capitalize on the right moments during the fight.
I think it's a very good fight. It's a very good fight because obviously they met before. Obviously, you just have to see what Dubois turned up and what Usyk turned up. You know, obviously Usyk's very consistent. Usyk's very, very consistent. Dubois has been consistent, but he's had some inconsistency in his career as well. You know what I mean? Obviously the two ones that stick out is against Usyk and against Joe Joyce. You know what I mean? But obviously, but Usyk has always been consistent. You know, this fights he's been hurt, fights he's been, wobbled and stuff, and he's such a consistent professional. You know what I mean? But Dubois has got power and he's got confidence, and right now he's flying high at the minute. So it's hard to pick a winner right now.
Both men have evolved since their last meeting. Usyk has gone on to defeat Tyson Fury twice and solidified his place among the greats. Dubois, meanwhile, has rebuilt his career, picked up a world title, and knocked out top contenders. The version of Dubois stepping into the ring this time is not the same fighter Usyk beat in 2023. Still, whether that's enough remains to be seen. The predictions are split, the experts are debating, and the fans are divided. Will Dubois' youth, power, and confidence be enough to dethrone the masterful Ukrainian tactician? Or will Usyk's experience, composure, and championship mentality once again rise to the top under the bright lights of Wembley? One thing is certain, on July 19th, the boxing world will be watching. Whether it's a redemption story or the continuation of greatness, Usyk versus Dubois, two promises to deliver drama, action, and perhaps even a twist no one saw coming.